message from the management: eating or drinking while watching these videos is not advised. You do this at your own risk. And please don't come running to me when you snot coke all over your computer screen. Hi guys, welcome back to Expose, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. Please send me all your strength and prayers and well wishes. I'm diving into the New York log. What I ate, what I wore, what I bought, and thoughts on aging. Oh Lord. Are we ready, folks? Let's jump in.
Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. It's Saturday.
Oh, sorry, it's on double speed. I haven't done that in a while, have I? Normally pretty good now, remembering to put things back. Doop, boop. There we go.
Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. It's Saturday, January 10th, and like I told you in my Friday video, I just got back from New York on Thursday afternoon, late afternoon. They picked me up at 4:30. So today we're going to go.
They picked me up at 4:30. Really? You couldn't get a cab home? Or an Uber or something? No. John and Will have to be at your beck and call.
Through my trip, as we do, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. Yesterday I had a weird day. It was a lot of stuff that I had to take care of. Like when I got home, it was like little micro issues, but you know how those days kind of add up. And then this morning I realized my editing was all messed up, so I had to take that video down to fix it and repost it. So one thing I want to kind of, I always feel like I always want to be able to teach you and help you.
Teach us. You want to be able to teach us. What in the name of God could you possibly fucking teach us that we don't already know? You live in a bubble, Lisa. There is nothing you can teach me that I don't already know.
Through my life and through my experiences. And kind of like I do with Brooke. She's upstairs now, and I was telling her.
That's the whole fucking point. She's your daughter. You're supposed to be teaching her how to navigate life, not other 50 fucking year olds.
Her about this. It would be easy for me not to do this video today because I could say, I'm just too stressed out. I need to fix that. But I know myself well enough to know what will really make me feel the best is to persevere.
What will really make me feel the best is to spend an hour and a half sat here talking about me, my, what I bought, what I ate, why I bought it, when I bought it, how many more I'm going to buy, what I'm thinking about, what I thought, what I need to tell you. I. That's the only thing that makes you better, is talking about yourself.
Do this video because that's going to be what makes me feel good. That's going to give me energy. That's going to boost everything good in my life. And then I'm more equipped to face other things. So just a little tip from me that I had to learn over many years. And so let's get started with that. I did leave my hair just all natural today. This is just after I washed it. I washed it with whey.
Oh, dear God, don't start on the hair stuff. Elizabeth and others, be prepared. I'm speeding it up.
Fine. Then I did the K18 treatment when I got out of the shower because I get my roots done on Monday. I'm also going to the dermatologist and getting a V-beam done on Monday. It's going to be a heck of a day. That was one of the issues I had to deal with yesterday because the appointments were overlapping and they were on this side of town. So I got that handled. So the V-beam is supposed to...
Right, so the problem she had was she had 2 appointments booked on different sides of town, and she had to rebook them. That was a real fucking issue, was it? You should have known when you were booking it. That's there. I'll book the other one for tomorrow or the day after because it's the other way. These are things I had to teach myself growing up. Really.
To address redness, because that is the reason I can't just wear a little light makeup like a lot of you can.
Oh, here we go. Hang on. She's actually talking about her skin. I'll put it back to normal. When she goes back to her hair again, I'm fucking speeding it up.
Because the appointments were overlapping and they were on this side of town. So I got that handled. So the V-beam is supposed to address redness because That is the reason I can't just wear a little light makeup like a lot of you can, because I have so much redness and I don't have, discoloration. I have good texture. I don't have flaky skin. It's just redness. And that is what she
Oops.
has suggested to me. So we will see how it goes. It will be an experiment that I will share with you.
More fucking spearmint.
I may even have some redness going on from that by the time I do next Friday's video. So I knew that I was going to go to New York sometime after Christmas. And I didn't want to go like in between Christmas and New Year's. So I went this week, and I did not make the plans until the last minute because I wanted to make sure there wasn't like an Arctic storm or something. Like, matter of fact, today, another reason I could have not done this video is it is so cloudy and gray here today that I clicked on, she was doing her light thing and she had an update or a warning of fog advisory. That's how cloudy it is here today. So I have put on a few.
I clicked on her thing. Whose thing? What thing? What is she fucking talking about? And it being cloudy outside the house would stop you doing a fucking video. Why? Dear Lord, somebody send this woman some help, stat. It's like, I come into every video thinking, I'm not going to get angry at this. I'm not going to start shouting. She isn't going to piss me off. And then, where are we? 3 minutes in and she's annoyed the arse off me already.
Lights, and I've opened up all my blinds, so hopefully the lighting is good. So anyway, I wanted to go, and also
I wanted to go. Yeah, we know.
I didn't want to go when it was just going to be crazy there or anything else. I've learned my lesson last year when I took John to New York the week before Christmas. I was like, okay, never again will I do this. We could not even communicate like which direction to go. It was so crowded. So I did my typical.
How very dare the people that actually fucking live in New York live their life when you're visiting and make too much noise so that you and John can't communicate.
Flight that I love, which is leaving. The plane took off Monday at 6:30, so we had to leave my house at 4:30.
No, we didn't. You could have. There's no reason you have to drag every fucker else there.
Get there by 5 because the plane boarded at 6. And I wanted to do several experiments for us during this trip. One experiment was the
experiment. It's not spearmint. For fuck's sake.
Uniqlo Heat Tech undergarments versus the NYC leggings and the Pumi top that I wore last year. So Monday was supposed to be the coldest day. So I wore the Heat Tech underwear, or kind of like long underwear. And here it is. I wanted to show you. It fits so well. I wore the mock neck with the leggings and my For the Win. Okay, I'm going to do MVPs of this trip. A lot of them will be repeats, but the Quint.
Oh, here we go again. What's an MVP? Fuck's sake. The N something P in gaming is something to do with the people that wander around that you don't interact with. Nausea and vomiting of pregnancy. I don't think that's what she means. What the fuck does MVP mean? Name value pair. I don't know what she's talking about. What does MVP mean? MVP slang, here we go. Ninja versus penguin. Not very pretty. Please, somebody. Yeah, nausea and vomiting a pregnancy. That's all that's coming up. Nickelodeon valuable player. I don't want to watch a video, I just want to know what it means. See, she's saying pregnancy. I don't fucking know. Somebody tell me what the hell MVP means. Ooh, wrong one.
It's cashmere socks. They are phenomenal. Phenomenal. They make every shoe more comfortable.
Or is she saying MVP, most valuable purchase? That's probably what she's saying, isn't it? I heard her wrong.
And my for the win. Okay, I'm going to do MVPs of.
Yeah, it's M, isn't it? MVPs. Maybe if you enunciated properly, I might have known what you were fucking saying.
This trip. A lot of them will be repeats, but the Quince cashmere socks, they are phenomenal. Phenomenal. They make every shoe more comfortable, and we'll talk about that more later. So here I am that morning, and then I wore over it my wool pants from Aritzia, a Quince cashmere sweater.
Is she going into the fucking Antarctic or something?
My vintage fur long black coat, and something different I did this time. I didn't want to wear and take the same shoes I always do, because one of my missions is to find us stylish shoes that are comfortable, that you can actually walk through the airport, shop in, look good.
Lisa, most of your subscribers are over fucking 50. They know how to buy a pair of comfortable fucking shoes. It's you that's got the problem, not us. Stop using us as an excuse to spend more money.
Good, and they don't kill your feet. And I feel like the Quince boots that I always wear and the YSL boots that I always wear, we know that. That's already a given. So I wanted to test out.
So why wouldn't you just test them out in your fucking house? Or walking around Wilmington? Have them in your car, put them on when you're going into a shop, walk around a shop in them, see what you think. If they hurt, take them off. You're at home, you're in your car, you can carry umpteen pairs of shoes. Why would you try another pair of shoes when you don't know if they're fucking comfortable, to go to New York, to walk, to moan about how uncomfortable the fucking shoes were? Wear the comfortable shoes! Oh dear Lord.
Out a couple more pairs of shoes. Let me go get them. Okay, so this is what I wore that day. These are the Acne Studios boots that I bought last year, and they have a good size heel. They're just amazing as far as style goes, and they're comfortable, and they're a soft leather that you know is going to mold and give. That is a big thing. You want to stay away from probably patent leather and pleather. And even like I know I had gotten, several inexpensive boots in the past that are leather, but they're not a soft leather.
No, they're not the expensive leather that you get. Us peons just wear cheap leather, whereas you get the best leather, don't you?
And I took that all under consideration and wore these, and they were so comfortable.
Into consideration, not under. Fuck's sake.
I mean, Acne boots for the win. And then another thing, okay, so let's go ahead and go through this whole airport outfit. So that is that. And I did wash my hair the night before and curl it that morning. And the curling iron I used the whole time was the Babyliss 1.5 inch. So it's kind of a big one. And so here we are, John's dropping me off at the airport. And I took my black leather YSL wide tote because I wanted to just have a good chic tote, but I feel like I've carried my Gucci ones so much. I wanted to try this one. Okay, let me go back to the little challenges I gave myself. I only took one.
Oh, she gave herself challenges, folks. I wonder how she coped.
Okay, let me go back to the little challenges I gave myself. I only took one bag, and it's that.
Oh my God. How did she cope with only one bag for 2 days in New York? It must have been terrible. Tell me how, old bag.
Tell me more, old bag.
Tote. Now, I will say I had planned on buying a particular Chanel bag that I saw when I was with my mom and dad back in November, and it was sold. So I just felt sure I would buy that bag or find another. And that was going to be my plan. I was thinking, why do I always pack all of this stuff? And then I end up buying things there and I have to squeeze it in my suitcase. And then, I thought, I'm going to challenge myself. So I only took one bag. I only took one pair of pants, which were the ones that I had on. No jeans, no other pants. And I only took, we're going to come up to this. I need to get on with the program. So here are the boots in the airport. So cool. These are good boots. They don't sell them anymore. I can link something similar. So here is my outfit. And this was a good picture because it showed you all the different textures. When I do black on black on black, kind of like today, I've got on the Target ribbed turtleneck and then this blazer that I'm going to show you in a little bit that is with the satin lapels. To me, that's what I like, is the different textures. Okay, I noticed I saved this. I was like, every time before I go on a flight,
all I can hear is I. And should I make another I New York vlog? We've got an LA vlog, isn't it? Wasn't that LA, the other I one? Lisa, listen to your fucking self, would you?
I download some videos to watch or some books or whatever. This time I did videos and I noticed which ones I had last time. And it was Tracy Campoli answering your juiciest, most personal questions, and then a whole row of Abby Young and her hair. So that shows you where my mind was last time.
We know where your mind is most of the time.
But, and I think this is even time before last, because when I went with my parents, I didn't listen to anything. I didn't even put my headphones on. I was with them. So this must be in September. And I was, getting the whole hair thing going on. So Monday morning at 6:23 here in Wilmington, it was 39 degrees. Here's my Diet Coke on the plane. And okay, here we are coming into New York. Oh, it's so pretty. I mean, it's so funny, what's pretty. A lot of times things are pretty that are different. Like me looking down and seeing all of these buildings and these skyscrapers and stuff, to some people that's not that pretty. Where I live is probably prettier, where it's just the beach and the ocean and everything. But I think we're attracted to different things like that. I don't know. I think most people think that, New York is pretty. Okay, so we touched down at 8:02. Isn't that cool? So I have the whole...
Oh, isn't it? Isn't it cool? You have the whole day. If you'd gone the night before, you'd have the whole day. But see, the thing is, Lisa, you're doing the same fucking thing. I'm there at 8 o'clock in the morning when nothing's fucking open. What is the point? And you keep doing it. Oh, I went to so-and-so and they weren't open. Have you not learned yet?
Day, even though I took the flight that morning. It was 27 degrees in Astoria. And oh my gosh, okay, I took a picture of this in the airport. It's a particular section. I sat here too on the flight home. But when I looked over there, you know what I thought? That's where I had shingles. I have had shingles twice after I had the vaccine.
Fuck's
and
sake.
If you don't, I had a bad reaction and I never had the second part of it. And the first time I had it was on my lower back. And it started in my back. I went to, I think, the doctor 4 times before a chiropractor finally told me that's what it was. And that's what it was. I had a whelp on the outside that came after I had the intense pain on the inside. And then when I was here...
Isn't it a welt, not a whelp?
I remember I had this twinge in my back. Almost like someone is popping you with a thick rubber band inside your nerve. I kept having this weird twinge. And then I had this crazy little rash or these bumps on my back.
For fuck's sake, Lisa, have you heard about the stories of people that actually have proper shingles? It's not like just being zapped with a fucking rubber band. They're in constant fucking pain the entire time. They want to go and off themselves. It's that bad. Oh, I had this thing in my shoulder.
neck right here. And I remember sitting there thinking, oh my God, this is so weird. And if they itched so bad, but then if you scratched them, it hurt. And it was like a zing, zing, zing. I later found out that was another little thing of shingles, which the little patch went away, but now I still have the zings. It's like a nerve thing. I guess what it does is it travels up your spine. So I just thought that was funny, and I don't know if I've ever told you.
You thought it was funny? I'm glad you found it amusing. Where are we? 10 minutes. Fucking hell.
To that. Okay, here in the airport, I figured this was the way it was going to be because last year I went to New York on January 3rd. This year, I think it was January 5th. Last year, I went for the Murakami collection with Louis Vuitton, and I remember all the Christmas stuff still being up, and it was. So it's kind of like I got to experience that without the crowd. Okay, I got off my flight.
Yay! It was Jed. And he's run away. Left me to finish it.
Went to the restroom. I did stop and get a Diet Coke because it is about
Why
flight.
do we need
like
to
I
know?
got to experience.
Why do we need to know you went to the toilet? Why? Really? You feel that's important information to put in your video, do you? That you went to the toilet? For fuck's sake.
That without the crowd. Okay, I got off my flight, went to the restroom. I did stop and get a Diet Coke because it is I think it takes about almost an hour in the cab because it's right at rush hour traffic to get to the Crosby where I stayed. But
So you're back in the Crosby again. Fuck's sake.
I didn't dilly-dally. And here is my luggage just going round and round the luggage thing. And I will say a little note.
Why is it going round and round the luggage thing? Why aren't you picking it up? Or are you expecting somebody else to wait on your hand and foot at fucking New York?
Remember when I was really thinking about getting the Rimowa or some kind of expensive luggage? So glad I didn't do that. First of all, the Quince black luggage was really nice, but it let me know I don't want a black suitcase. I like that these pink suitcases stick out like this. And I'm not going to take the time to put a cover on my luggage. That's just not something I'm interested in doing. So I don't want anything that I'm worried about it getting banged up. And then after I've watched so many New York vlogs, Paris, Copenhagen, all these people that travel like all the time, they're always having to like turn in their Rimowa luggage to get repaired. And I've never had to repair this BEIS luggage. It's wonderful. And then this other pink one is a cheap one I bought even before that. So very glad I didn't do that. I will stick with if I were to get more luggage, I would get the base again. And I don't know if I'd get pink. Maybe I would get blue or burgundy or something. Okay, so here I am in the cab.
Here I am, how do you do? We don't care where you are. We don't need to see you in the cab. Why do you feel the need to put a picture of you in the cab up? Be like me back in the day. Here I am on the bus. Here I am walking to work. Here I am back on the bus again.
By 8:25. And those people did try to get me at the airport where they run up to you. The look on their face is always the same. I don't know if they're parked. The one time I fell for it, he was in a hurry and he got me, and it was his wife or partner out there in traffic waiting to get somebody. So that was the hurry. And I don't know if it's always like that, but it was not an Uber. It was just a random. And I did not want to do that again. I am very happy to get in a cab. So that's what I did. And so here we are taking off at 8:25. And here is a lame picture, but I always feel like I want to take pictures. And here is us going over, it says Calvary.
Can you tell your fucking editor to stop doing this double thing? It's annoying. Or the 3 thing, where it's got 1 in the middle and then 2 either side. It fucks my eyesight up. Can you not? Can we just have 1 picture?
Cemetery on this bridge. And here are my boots.
What?
I was thinking, I want to take pictures. And here is us going over, it says Calvary Cemetery on this bridge. And here are my boots. I was thinking, wow,
You're sticking your boots up on the fucking front seat with your heel on the door. Really? For fuck's sake. You think that's a good... If that was my car, I'd have been, excuse me, miss, can you get your fucking foot down? How rude.
These boots feel good. I can tell they've already stretched out. I'm so glad I wore these. Loving it. Okay, here we are going through. Oh, okay. One thing I have to say about this time that's different than any other time in New York is okay, first of all, I had watched many videos on the history of Soho, the history of the buildings. I had watched tours of people that live like right there under your nose that you would never think of. Like this one guy that lives right beside the Celine space, and he's an artist, and he talks about, when he bought it and how people were desperate to sell those buildings to...
Oh, actual people actually live there, do they actually?
Artists, and then, just different things like that. So I had a little bit more of an appreciation for the architecture and knew what I was looking at. And I'm really starting to know where I am, like the different streets, Gucci's on Wooster, Louis Vuitton's on Green. I'm starting to know where my places are and how to get around. And that's cool.
And it's only taken you how long? And you have fucking Google Maps in your hand.
A girl like me, that's going by herself. And
oh, poor widow girl like her going all on her own at 50 fucking 5. You're not 3.
When I was in the cab, I first saw, and you'll see this repeats over and over again, one of my favorite buildings. Most people like the Dior building and different ones, but for some reason, one of my favorite buildings in Soho is the Prada building. I love that red brick mixed with the green cast iron. That's, the cast iron district. So when I saw this building, it's 913, I was like, oh, we're almost there. We just need to turn left and then turn right. I knew where I was going, and that feels good. So here is my table at the Crosby. I check in.
It's not your table. This woman's fucking infuriating.
And same girl that's there. I mean, I love seeing the same people over and over. She recognized me immediately.
It's called a fucking job, not that you'd know anything about it.
The door guy, and they were getting my room ready, and I always do this. Well, I've stayed there enough now that I'm part of like this group, so I get breakfast included with my room, and they say to ask if there's any available upgrades. And so they were able to upgrade me 2 levels, she said, and I think what it mainly is floors up in the building. So I went and sat down at my favorite table.
So you paid to upgrade, but you don't know what you were upgrading. You think it just meant you were on a higher floor. For fuck's sake.
And just here's my coat and my bag, and just sat at my favorite spot. And then here I am. I've gone down to the restroom, which their restroom at that restaurant is so beautiful. Here's my water and my Diet Coke. I do drink Diet Coke, just like, I've watched so many vlogs, and it consists of eating and drinking the whole time. I mean, they will have a breakfast, they will stop for a croissant, they will stop for a matcha.
Yeah, normal people do that, Lisa.
A coffee, and then go to lunch, and then they're going to dinner. Well, I don't do that, but I do drink Diet Coke instead of like matcha or coffee or something like that. But I do also drink a lot of water because I know I need it. And when I'm home, I have my little cubed ice maker and I eat a lot of ice. And at home, I don't drink Diet Coke all day. I just mainly do in the mornings or at lunch. And so, yes, just a little FYI, I do. But I do.
I don't care.
I always drink water, and they always give me a lemon or a lime, but I don't like that. Okay, here's my breakfast, you guys. I was just telling my mom this morning. That breakfast is the best breakfast I've ever had. Ever. It's the best breakfast. They melt that cheese and those eggs like you would not believe. The bacon melts in your mouth. It is the best breakfast ever. So if you go to New York, even if you don't want to stay at the Crosby, my daddy and mama loved it. The salmon, the bagels, the everything. It is just the best atmosphere.
That's what Daddy had. What did Mummy have? You didn't seem to pay any attention to what your mum was eating.
I just love every minute of every time. So here's my breakfast. I was in room 708. And then here's my outfit. Okay, here's the Christmas tree was still up and all the Christmas decorations. Remember last year I got one of these dress form ornaments they gave me. And then when I get to my room, they've left me this nice little note and this little box of chocolates that I brought home to my mom and dad. And
oh, you could have given them to Will. Dad's diabetic. He shouldn't be eating chocolates. Bit like me.
Here is, the room was really funky. It was a lot more, it was brighter than the usual rooms, but here's the dress form in the room that they have that matches the headboard. So the bathroom was bigger and it had 2 sinks. Okay, there are showers.
Huge. That bathroom, I am not joking, is bigger than my bedroom and bathroom put together. That is enormous. Could have a fucking football match in there. I dare say that fucking shower is about the size of Madam's bedroom. Hell yeah. She doesn't know she's born, does she?
I meant to ask the girl at the front if they always get told this. The Crosby has the best water pressure you have ever felt. And it's not like, I have had it before where you go to a hotel and it's good water pressure, but it's like little needle streams that are like beating in your skin. And it's good water pressure, but it's like little needle streams that are like...
Sorry. You just hand it to me, Lisa. Really. Probably you can turn the shower head so it doesn't feel like nasty needle streams. But you wouldn't know that. You don't even know you can adjust the fucking head, do you?
Beating in your skin. This isn't like that. It is like getting a deep tissue massage. When I got out the first night, my hair was like, like a drowned rat where it had been beat down. At first, it's, like...
And that's probably a really funny story she told her mom and dad when she got back. For fuck's sake. Nothing happens in her life, does it, really? Nothing. That the story of the shower and her hair is really funny to her.
Wow, the most water pressure I've ever felt. But when you get out of the shower, it is so refreshing. I swear you feel like you've had a massage. It's just so good. Okay, so here are the 2 coats that I brought. This was very hard for me. I wanted to bring like all of my fur coats. I brought my favorite, all-time favorite, first vintage fur I got for $50 up the road at the thrift store. The red fox fur, I brought that. And then my black rabbit fur vintage coat that I bought at a resale shop, my white tote, and then the 2 pairs of sunglasses I brought were my Miu Miu, my key, and the only jewelry I wore was my black plaza ring and the black onyx midi studs. And I do really love having this little tray, that little valet tray that you snap together. It lays flat in your suitcase and then you snap it together. And when I was on the plane, I had gotten, when they come offer me snacks, I get something for either John or Will, and there was nothing good for Will, so I got the nuts each time, and I think that's what you see there. And then my headphones, and I set it up as a little station.
Wow. You really know how to treat Will and John, don't you? They get flight snacks. Woo! Why do the people that watch her not see this? Why do I have to keep pointing it out? And even when I point it out, they don't see it.
Okay, the first thing I did is I knew none of the stores... Okay, I'm getting to my room at 10:30. I know that none of my designer stores open till 11. I've been up since 3:15, and I thought, I've got the whole day. I'm going to just lay down and take a little light drift nap, and then I'll get back up and go out. So I had on the...
Why is she going this time? She hasn't said. There's no reason for her to go. She's just going to shop. Is that what it is?
Heat Tech. Okay, so here I have on the Heat Tech top and the Heat Tech bottoms and my cashmere socks from Quince. I had on, at first I thought about leaving on my cashmere sweater, but thank God I took it off. You guys, I woke up from a little nap and felt like I was going to burst into flames. I was so hot. I felt like I wanted to run. I was so hot when I woke up.
I felt like I wanted to run. I was so hot. How does... What? Who?
Is my conclusion to the Heat Tech. Okay, mine were the ultra warm. I do not recommend wearing those if it's in the 30s. I think you need to wear those when you are going to Canada, maybe Midwest, going to visit your cousin who's an Eskimo. Woo! They were so hot, I could not get that off my body quick enough. And I thought, okay, that's just too much. Okay, so here's what I brought. So you see the shoes. Okay,
Why can't you put stuff in a fucking wardrobe like a normal person instead of laying things out all over the place? Just because that's what Mama did when you were little to get you ready for school doesn't mean you have to carry it on for the rest of your fucking life.
The only other shoes I brought besides the Acme Studios boots are my MVPs of the year, my Zara loafers. Remember I told you I did a test drive on these with my wool socks and they were bunchy? That's what I mean about the cashmere socks. There is something about the way they make your foot a little bit, they give you motion in the shoe, and so it makes an ordinarily uncomfortable or tight shoe not that way. Makes them easy to take on and off. It gives you slip, but it's a natural fiber. So, wow, I put the miles on these suckers because I'm not expecting to walk around Soho in high heel boots. I mean, I don't mind going to Bergdorf or walking around a few little places, but I'm not trying to be ridiculous. These, oh my gosh, so good. They were so good. Okay,
Can you take them off the table, please? They've walked around New York. I don't know how much longer I can do this for. This is going to have to be a 3-parter. I'm going to have to play a game in between or do something before I lose my fucking mind. Where are we? 22.
Also took 2 hats. I took my new Kate hat that I bought that I love so much. My hat game is strong now. I brought the Dior leather hat with the veil that I scored off of eBay. And I have that other Dior hat that I bought when I was with John in Florida, but I wore that when I was with my parents. So I thought I'm just going to take these 2 hats.
People do wear things more than once, you know, Lisa.
And then you see here just the 2 sweaters, the Naywai leggings, the pumy top, my wool pants. That's my pajamas. Okay, these pajamas are from, I love these. They have little pink rosebuds. They are from, I keep wanting to say Reformation. They're the Giselle pajamas from Eberge. I love them. They're beautiful. They're worth it. Get them. My slip sleep mask and my Barefoot Dreams pink socks. So this was absolutely all I brought. I put everything. Oh, and I did bring my leather gloves from Aritzia, but I didn't wear them. I didn't feel that cold, to be honest with you. I just did not feel that cold. It was a hot, cold situation the whole time. Okay, so now, oh my gosh, the view out of this window. So I'm looking, it's a front-facing window. So you're seeing the building across the street, which is the back of like Uniqlo and Aritzia and all of that stuff. And then you can see the buildings on the next street. It was just so pretty. I never once closed the blinds. All day, all night. If I had to get dressed or undressed, I went in the bathroom. So this is what I wore that day. I didn't put a sweater back on. I just kept on my heat tech top. Yeah, I did. I kept on my heat tech top, and I did put my pants back on after I cooled off. And I knew I didn't need a sweater, put on my Fox coat, my Kate hat, and my Plaza ring, and headed out, and then put on the Zara loafers. Here I am doing a quick outfit, walking down the street. Okay, I had a few things, like, I always have like a few things in mind. I actually had made a list because I knew for about over a month and a half I was doing this trip. So I was trying to be very, I hate to say organized, but I wanted to make sure I didn't get excited and forget some places. So one of the first places I went was Buck Mason. And Buck Mason, Buck who? I mean, I had never heard of Buck Mason, but I saw a picture of a girl wearing a particular pair of jeans on.
So I had to go and get those particular jeans. Fuck's sake.
Instagram, and that was on my mind. So I don't know, I hate to spend a bunch of time showing you everything, but I'm going to show you a few things. Okay, so here they are. And I
hate to spend a bunch of time showing stuff, so I'm going to show a few things. You love fucking bragging about what you bought, where you bought it, why you bought it, how much it fucking was, and how little you're going to fucking wear it. Ugh. Excuse me a minute. Now all of a sudden she doesn't want to say what she bought and why she bought it.
To work with an associate. When I went in there, it was pretty crowded, and they had a little coffee bar. Everybody was getting coffee and everything. And so I had a nice young lady come over to help me, and I asked her, I said, I saw some jeans on your Instagram. I said, and I really would love to try them. And so she went through and we found it, and it's one of their best sellers. And something I didn't know is their denim is Japanese selvage denim, which means it's hardy, nice denim. Like, I could have these jeans for the rest of my life wearing them twice a week. It's that kind of denim. And I believe this is called, Buck Mason, 99% cotton, 1% polyester. And they are called the Roper jean, I believe. Yes, the Roper, Japanese denim. And they fit so well. I'll put pictures in here. And here's another thing, and I've told you guys about this. I have found that jeans fit just as good, if not better, when I have my Naywai leggings underneath them. So here I had on the Heat Tech, which is thicker because it's fleece lined, but I could tell trying these on if they were going to fit, and they fit very good. This is the water that
I could tell trying them on if they were going to fit. That's the whole fucking point of trying them on, isn't it? Really? And now we're looking at natural mineral water, non-carbonated, aqua de Piedra. I was going to say Piedra. It's not, it's just Piedra. Agua mineral, natural syngas. I butchered that, haven't I? Why does she feel the need to show a bottle of water, really?
She gave me, and I thought it was super cool. And so I ended up getting their best-selling jeans, the Roper, and then I just got my t-shirt out of the dryer last night. Let me go get it because it's a good one. Okay, here it is. I, on purpose, put this in the dryer, washed it and put it in the dryer because I love it so much. I wanted to order more, and I wanted to see what would happen if it accidentally got put in the dryer. Does that make sense? Because on a good day, I will remember, I'll fluff it, I'll get it out, I'll hang it over the chair, and everything will be fine.
Why haven't you got a dryer rack in your fucking laundry room? What's the point of a laundry room if you're going to bring everything out of there and hang it on chairs all around the house?
Or hang it up. But I know that it happens, and I didn't want to spend, I think it's like $45 on another.
$45 for a fucking t-shirt.
Another one, if it wasn't good, but it came out good. Okay, so this is Buck Mason, made in America, size small. They're known, because I always ask, what are you known for? What are your best sellers? Because I want to come back to you guys and share it with you. And she said, well, they're known for their denim. There was a black coat that was like a wool peacoat blend type drapey thing. It's very casual. It's very all-American. And I just didn't need it, so I didn't get it. And did I take a picture of it? I didn't. I should have. And
You're asking all the information and then you didn't bring any of it back. The only thing that you tell us about is what you liked and what you wore and why you bought it.
so I didn't get that. I thought about it, and she said t-shirts, and she said we've got the boxy. Anyway, they have about 4 styles. I have learned I like one that's fitted, and I like one I can tuck in. Like, there are days you want a little, t-shirt to throw on, a v-neck, it's easy, but my go-to for style is a t-shirt just like this. And this is the slim fit. See how it's just a good...
I'm sorry, that looks about the size of things I put on Tech Help when he was little.
Good t-shirt. I wore this t-shirt so much, you guys, I've already gotten
So you hadn't washed it, you just wore it. Okay.
my wear out of it. Okay, 100% cotton.
Pusscat.
Mason. So last night I ordered another one of these, and then I did order a different style. If I had to guess, I ordered the boxy one because sometimes that is good. And we'll get to something about that in just a little bit. I want to kind of stay with my...
I love the way she's just sat there looking.
I had to guess, I ordered the boxy one because sometimes that is good. And we'll get to something about that in just a little bit.
Look at her. There she is again. Sat, looking out the window, talking to herself. She really needs help, doesn't she, Sassy? I don't know if it's Sassy or Bubba. They're too far away. But she does, isn't she? What's she doing now? Oh, talking to herself again. Okay.
I want to kind of stay with my photos here because that keeps me on track. Okay, notice the scarf I'm wearing. I thought I picked up my black cashmere quince ribbed scarf. This was an old cashmere scarf from Everlane. It was not as soft. It was not that comfortable. I didn't like it that much, but it's years old, so it's no...
It's not that soft. It's not that comfortable. How? What? What? Are you tying yourself up with it? No, you're just wrapping it round your neck for extra warmth. What's comfort got to do with a scarf? I don't understand this woman. You're spoilt. You're fucking spoilt, Lisa. That's your problem. 2 minutes and I'm out.
No big deal. I will share it with Brooke or anybody that wants it. Okay.
Oh, I'll just give it away because I can't be arsed with it because it's not like my other one. So I'm fucking grateful.
It was not as soft. It was not that comfortable. I didn't like it that much, but it's years old, so it's no big deal. I will share it with Brooke or anybody that wants it. Okay, so the next store, we'll stop this. The next store I knew I wanted to go to is Kate. I've been there once, and that's when I got the Kate.
See this 3 thing? I don't like this triptych thing. Can you just put one fucking picture up, please, Mr. Editor? Thank you.
Ona ankle boots, but I knew I wanted to try Kate jeans, and I wanted the Nevada boot with the python heel. So let me go get those. Okay, I didn't realize Sassy was having a fit because I had shut the door. She is very upset because I have everything laying out here to show you guys. And yesterday she was sleeping on my navy blue cashmere sweater that I bought from Aritzia that you'll hear in a little bit. I let her sleep there, but when they went to bed, I put a pair of jeans on top of that sweater so that if she did lay on this pile again, she wouldn't get her fuzzy little hair everywhere, and it made her mad. This morning, she kept coming to my bathroom, meowing and bringing me in here. So that's why I set out my jacket for her to sleep on. They are something. Okay, so here.
They're cats. I'm calling it part 1, folks. And I will be back with part 2, unfortunately, sometime soon. If you got this far with me, thank you very much, and I will catch you in the next one.